Hi there. Welcome back to Boba Painting. Before we dive in, I'm going to ask if you could please like and subscribe. Every one of you counts and helps my channel immensely, so I appreciate it so much. Now, today I'm going to take you through this whole 300 painting goal and what it means and why I'm doing it, and also bring you up to date on the paintings I've completed since the last time I gave a summary, which was in week 2. So first, the 300 paintings. As I mentioned in my very first video, I did a lot of research on current painters who are successful, who shared their tips and techniques on how they got to be better painters. And they all said, paint as much as you can, as often as possible, and maybe give yourself a goal of 100 to 500 paintings. And I gave myself the goal of 300. I did this because I have ADHD and I can overthink things. I can meander. I need a deadline. I need something to push me. Some people might think this is kind of rough, but the impetus to accomplish something really drives me and helps me. I like to have a goal or a deadline. So what does 300 paintings as fast as possible mean? Does it mean paint as many mediocre paintings as fast as possible? No. Does it mean I have a hard deadline that I have to meet? No. It's a goal, as I mentioned before. It's what I need to move forward. Now, painting 300 paintings is no joke. I completed about 40, I think it's exactly 40 actually, between April of last year and the end of last year. And I did the math. And the only way I could possibly meet the 300 painting goal this year is to finish 4 paintings a week, or it's like 3.3 paintings a week. So like 13 or 14 paintings a month. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm going to keep plodding along. And at the pace I'm going, I think I'll be done with my 300 paintings in 6 years. But it's all about the journey and the goal for me, not just the number. Before I show you my latest paintings, I do want to mention that in order to keep track of my 300 paintings, I have been numbering every single one of them. So this is number 37. I date it, sign it. And lately I've been writing the size because otherwise I'm constantly pulling out a tape measure and trying to figure out what size they are, because I do want to frame a lot of them, or at least the ones that I like. So anyway, moving on. Like I said, I've been numbering them, and also sometimes I paint something and then I decide I really don't care for that painting and I paint over it and start over. So I still write both numbers on the back of it because I'm keeping track of how many I've done overall. I also have a little folder on my phone that has like the final version of each painting saved. So the total number of images in that folder is the total number of paintings I've finished to date. So I'm going to show you my first one here. This one I finished on November 23rd. It is another pool painting. I enjoy doing these. This one's in oil on canvas board. I like the lighting. I think it was successful. I like the trees. Like I said, I'm always trying to learn and improve. Next, I have painting number 38, which I finished in December, and it goes with my persimmon and avocado paintings. It's the third one in the series. They were all done on the same blue paint plate from my friend Colleen. And this is one of my friend Prune's pomegranates. Anyway, I really thought it was cute, and you guys all know I like to paint pomegranates. They're my comfort subject. My next painting is number 39, and now I was trying out new substrate. So this is actually on some kind of particle board, and the surface is a textured, plastic or something that mimics the texture of the canvas, but is not a canvas. I honestly did not care for this, but I did a painting of a protea, I don't know how you say it, flower. We had these in our yard when I was a kid, when we lived in South Africa, and that was a cool little painting to do. It's also in oil, and I did it relatively quickly, but I did learn I don't care for that weird surface. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the last painting I'm going to show you right now is also from December. This is from December 23rd. Also trying out a new material. This is a gesso board, and it had a nice slick surface, and this one I loved. And this was an oil, and I did this really, really fast. I'm trying to just focus on the light and the texture and, making it look real without overthinking it. And I think it was very successful, especially considering I did it in less than 3 hours. I did one session one day and then like about 45 minutes the next day. or 2 or 3 days later because oil takes a bit to dry. And it's a pomegranate from my neighbor's tree on our fountain in a photo that I took. So all me, which I like too. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will keep sharing my paintings as I progress down this journey. Thanks so much. And before I go, please remember, like and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.